I guess Jordan is Boston's daddy. There was a moment during the broadcast last night where there was a Astros poll, and the question was, who is the best daddy? Was it Jordan Alvarez versus the Red Sox? I guess he has the best OPS at Fenway Park ever. We are a program that likes everybody, and we also like daddies and zaddies on this show,
like
too.
Adam Duvall.
Adam, can he F off?
It's really tough to have the straw poll be like, who's the dad? Which one of the Astros daddies is the biggest daddy?
And then Adam Duvall goes yard 5 seconds later.
For the millionth time against the Astros.
I mean, poor JP France. He got absolutely shellacked on that one. And yeah, why is he so good? Again, baseball casual. I had no idea who that guy was until the Astros started playing the Red Sox this year. And I think he's got 5 home runs to this point against them.
I was going to look up how many home runs he has this year. But he was also on, I think he was on the Braves. He was on the Braves the year they beat the Astros in the World Series.
Okay.
Yeah, he has, where's the home run tab? What's going on? He has 18 home runs. I off the top of my head, 10 of them are against the Astros in the last week.
Well, Sean, I think all 18 have happened against the Astros in the last week, and it would explain how they see. I mean, they lost 17-1.
Yeah,
that last time JP
there's
France was
17
out,
solo home runs, and then
all
he hit a home run yesterday.
We didn't even talk about the most historic event in baseball history when we were talking about cycles and perfect games and no hitters yesterday. Some of the other zaddies/daddies. Zaddy sounds better. Daddy's weird. I don't ever want to hear a significant other. Oh, Paul, what sex are you talking about? I don't want to hear either call me a daddy. Oh, yes, daddy. I don't ever want to hear that. Not once. See, Sean's even cringing hearing that. It's a weird thing to say. It's like some sort of, I don't know. I mean, there's
the psychologists will have fun with this.
Go
in 20 years.
Go on the hub if you need to have some sort of weird, scenario going on in the background. Kyle Tucker versus the Rangers is the other zaddy that was brought up on the Astros poll.
Jordan smashes one down the right field line. The pesky pole is in play. The big man hits one of the shortest home runs of his career, but it's a laser beam down the right field line, and it's 2-0 Astros.
Love it. They are picking apart this ballpark. Jordan loves him some Fenway.
Jordan crossing swords with the pesky pole. How about that? Zaddy! He owns the Boston Red Sox, specifically at Fenway Park. We have some hot daddy takes on the Twitch and on the text line. From the text line, 713-780-3776. The Astros pitching law firm needs to call Daddy Brent Strom to fix this staff. Yeah, I'd like that. How about we get some spider tack back in the room? How about we get all that we possibly can? Keep the dynasty intact by any means necessary because the ends justify the means.
Is Brent Strom the daddy of pitching?
100%.
Okay.
But probably more of a zaddy because he's an older daddy.
Is that what the difference is?
I don't really know.
I thought Zaddy was more like you're obviously sexy. You're an older, sexy guy.
Why not? Well, but I think
he's not that.
The way people say,
I love Brent Strom, great coach. I want to call him sexy.
The Who's Your Daddy is in reference to Pedro Martinez saying that about the New York Yankees. That's why it's become such a big thing in sports.
Daddy is like you own this. Like in sports, it's you own this team.
I'm sure people said it before, Sean, but once that was said by Pedro, it became very, very mainstream. But right, Daddy can be a father figure. Daddy can also be a weird term of endearment for some couples that maybe need to go to therapy. And Zaddy, I believe, is like an older silver fox, if you will.
Yeah. And I feel like that's also more of like it feels like more of a social media term than people actually saying it out loud.
It's something that people will comment on an Instagram post of some dude who's, I don't know.
I'll say it like this. Once you start getting comments saying, Paul, you're such a zaddy, you'll first be like, oh, thanks. I got my endorphin hit from people complimenting my picture.
Well, here's
and then
the
you'll be
problem.
like, wait, am I old? Is DJ Bieniemy right?
There's a lot of silver in the hair. So to your point, when I posted a picture of myself shirtless in the pool in Vegas with a cigar and with the pina colada, there were some people that said Zaddy. But of course, as always, it's not people from the sex I want it to be from. Paul, you're probably thinking to yourself, "Oh, which one is that?" And again, we keep the mystery going forever. Some more comments about daddies, and yes, we've gone down quite the rabbit hole. Hey, listen, the Astros have won 4 in a row. They're in a share of first place after beating the Red Sox 6-2 last night. Cougblaze is on a heater on the Twitch. Now, I do believe he is accusing the Astros of, 1, hating their children, and 2, perhaps suggesting that they get road cheeks. But here's what Cougblaze had to say. JP France didn't have his baby keeping him up all night. Of course he pitched better.
He didn't just say baby.
I'm not going to go further than that. Cougblaze said Bregman's hitting bombs because he's without his little tyke. He didn't say tyke, but it was a word that began with a T. And then he's finished it off by saying, this World Series baby boom is killing the Astros. Hugh Dab piggybacked off that, saying the Astros need away booty to get right. Hey, the guy who did that isn't there anymore. He's not there anymore. I don't want to spill clubhouse secrets. Ryan has a thought on daddies at 713-780-3776. Ryan, what's up?
What's going on, Papa Top?
Yo.
Hey, so I've been called Daddy before, but what do you think about Poppy? Because I've also been called Poppy as well.
Interesting. Poppy, I'm going to sound... I feel like being called Poppy is a little hotter than being called Daddy. But perhaps that is due to...
You not speaking Spanish?
Yes.
I think that is just a different worlds kind of thing where it's like we grow up calling our parent or our daddies where no one actually says Poppy unless it's in that context.
Right. Now I
in American culture, in white American culture.
I'm gonna be racist against my own people. Like,
do it.
Say I'm dating somebody.
It's about time.
That's white, and that person calls me daddy. I'm gonna be weirded out by that. But if I'm dating somebody,
get out of here, cracker. That's what you're gonna say, right?
Is gonna call me Poppy, assuming that this person is Latina or something like that. I'm probably going to enjoy that a little bit more, and that might be because of my own preferences on things.
Yeah, I think that's a exotic thing.
Very exotic. Yeah. Listen, I'm not wearing my Porsche hat today, but I'm into exotic things. Exotic things. Miami Paul, baby. This is what we do. This is what we do.
What are... Never mind.
What?
I won't have you list the exotic things that you like.
Okay.
How fast you go dancers.
I mean...
It's better than regular dancing.
Yeah, it is. Right? Like the regular dancer? It's kind of... I don't know. Let's be honest. Like the regular dance is usually a bunch of people lining up to The Wobble, Copperhead Road, or what is that other god-awful wedding song that any DJ who plays it should be shot on sight?
Now you're really being racist towards white people.
What?
That was a call out to whites.
Yeah, that's right. I'm ashamed of my people. I'm ashamed. I wish I could get a spray tan and pretend I'm not white. It's awful.
Rachel Dolezal ruined that for all of us.
All this privilege. And what do we have to show for it? Just being a bunch of lame, corny squares? Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
that was a very white thing. Come on.
Come on, gang.
Come on, guys.
We're better than this.
Let's be cool, guys.
Come on, fellas. We can do this. Other people were sending in dances that we of the white delegation like to do at weddings. Larry Footsack on Twitter said the Cupid Shuffle. Oh boy, I hate that one. Virginia Buttonweed on twitch.tv/ESPN975 says the chicken dance. Do people actually do the chicken dance though? That seems like it's a dance for kids at a wedding. It's like, hey, please leave us alone so we can all be adults in peace at the wedding and have fun.
Yeah, maybe it gets done ironically.
Okay. Chris from Sam Houston says Cotton Eye Joe. I like Cotton Eye Joe.
Oh,
I like Cotton Eye Joe. That's my one. I'll follow the sword on that one. I think it's hilarious.
Do you think as a white you get one free pass?
I get one. Hugh Dab says the polka dance. You know, I went to a Czech wedding, and they did the polka dance. It was great. Actually, shoot, I'm not sure. You know what? Not a good moment for me, a white man. It was either a Polish wedding or a Czech wedding. I'm not sure. Sorry. I'm confusing countries that Germany invaded for no reason at all because they're a bunch of bastards in the 1940s. King of all Twitches says centipede. I'm guessing that's the train the same way, or maybe I'm thinking human centipede. Whoops. And Hugh Dab says crip walk. No, we of the white delegation, we do not do that. Someone also texted in that this is 97.5, the cracker. I'm sure Gary, a regular caller, would agree with that. Listen, I'm gonna defend myself here. I am not descended from any crackers. I am not. I am a honky. I have no cracker blood in my veins, okay? All my people, they came over either in the early 1900s from like Ireland or Canada, or they were brought here to murder Native Americans in the 1700s.
Okay, so that's better.
They're in Pennsylvania, which was by the way, Pennsylvania, they didn't do slaves. So listen, I'm claiming innocence here.
But you murdered Native. Okay, anyway.
I've been watching a Ken Burns documentary.
Hey, listen, my family only murdered Native Americans. They only came here for the express purpose. The only reason they ever stepped foot on this continent was to murder as many Native Americans.
It's so messed up. It's so messed up.
Also, the centipede's another name for the worm.
Okay. Someone, Dick Willie says the Macarena, too. Yeah, it's sad. I've been watching The West by Ken Burns documentary the last couple of days. I've been on a Ken Burns kick, and I'm like, oh my God, we are the absolute worst. Some of the stuff we did is so freaking bad.